as a young person, there's no way to write a book about your life and not like pick a part to end at, you know, because you're living.
Yes.
You could always add more to the book because there's always more going on and more to say. Like you kind of always have to have like, and this is where we're going to end it because or else like you would just have more to write.
Yeah, and then I feel like it wouldn't be like natural. Like you would be throwing her in at the end in a way that's just like, let me just throw her in at the end.
Right,
but,
exactly.
Yeah.
So like I got her picture
chapter
in there.
Yeah.
But,
yes, yes, I saw that.
Yeah, so I mean maybe in like the next one, if there is, you know, that's basically where this story ends, is when me and Paige start to date. But then you get to see some crazy shit stuff on Southern Charm this year because Paige is there, and it's a whole different kind of way of filming the way we do our show. And like, there's a lot of ex-girlfriends around. There's a lot of like it's just a crazy, like Charleston's such an
Very
incestuous
small, right?
place.
Yeah.
Like,
I would not be able to handle that. I just
well, she was like, Craig, I don't ever see my exes. She's like, I live in New York City. Like, I don't see my exes. And you like, and you guys are like at dinner parties together. Like, it's kind of wild.
Right. Yeah, that is really funny. And it is, I guess I never really thought about how different those two shows are and just the way you guys make them. You know, Summer House is very condensed. They all live in the same house.
And it's only on weekends, really, right? Like Thursday to Sunday.
And for you guys, like, you can go home and not see
Right.
these people.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're there for like an hour or two, and then you get to go home. Like, there's no escaping it with theirs.
Filming. Like, what's the schedule like for Southern Charm?
So we're dark Sunday and Mondays. Tuesday and Wednesdays are for like rehashing this. So Saturdays are the group party.
Yeah.
So Tuesday and Wednesday is like rehashing what happened and
gotta,
gossiping.
Like, every Saturday be like another group party.
Yeah, and like, and you know you're going to fight people. Like Thursday and Friday,
it's battle time.
Yeah, Thursday and it's war basically. So Thursday and Friday are always like, well, do you think she's going to be there? Do you think he's going to be there? Like, are you actually going to talk to Shep or blah blah blah?
Yeah.
Like, do you think Madison's going to come? Like, do you think they invited her?
A lot
you're
of
just
phone
like,
calls.
Yeah, and so a lot of phone calls, and then you show up Saturday and you're like, all right, here we go, and it's kind of like a Royal Rumble, I guess.
Yeah. And who plans these Saturday gatherings?
Well, we do, of course.
Yes. That was a silly question by me.
But so we filmed for a couple months, and I think you get a little more story to be told, which is exciting. And I really hope that they show, more of Paige and I's story because, apparently like, they cut most of our dates out this summer, which whatever, it's fun. Like they don't have time to show like a happy, fun date.
You're like, why did the camera have to be there for that date?
They cut legitimate cast members out of episodes, so they may not have time.
I mean, the fact
dates.
that they cut our first date is crazy to me. Like they actually got to film me and Paige's first date in New York, and
they were like, no, Craig's an asshole. He doesn't take Paige on dates.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, we want people to hate Craig. So hopefully like we filmed a really cute scene with my parents this fall, and hopefully you get to see some more me and
She
Paige
actually
stuff.
met the parents.
Yes, finally.
That is funny. That was like the last the last scene that we saw with you guys too on Summer House was you like asking her to go to Delaware, but then her be like, you want me to meet your parents? You're like, whoa.
You're like, you're just coming to my house.
You're coming to my house. My parents might just happen to be there.
I was watching it at my desk, and I turned to Fran, and I was like, this fucking guy. Like, I was like, she's meeting his parents. Like, he just doesn't want to admit it. She's meeting the parents.
I mean, sometimes you hear the things that you say, and you're just like, what was I possibly thinking in that moment?
I feel like you could tell you were being like stupid there though. Like, and you looked at Paige, and you guys looked at each other, and you were laughing. I was like, he knows what he's talking about here.
I mean, Amanda pulled me aside on the beach. I don't know if they showed it, and she like read like black and white to me and was like, Craig, she can't come to your house and meet your parents if you're not officially like dating yet. And I was like, okay, these are all pretty valid.
This is a girl I'm hooking up with, Mom and Dad.
Well, that's what they were like. Yeah, Paige is like, well, how are you going to introduce me? And so that was one of like, you get to a point, like people ask us, I wish they kind of showed it in a more positive way because we did have a non-traditional start to our relationship. And I think and we're in an extremely healthy place now. And I wanted people to see that like, you don't have to do things like everyone else all the time.
Yeah. People didn't agree with it, but it did feel like you guys you guys were communicating about it.
Right.
Which I think if that works, then it works.
And also in some way, like I feel like some relationships, they start off perfect. It's like the two people are talking. It's great. Then they're dating and it's boom. Yeah. And it's like, but if you have some of those little conversations in the beginning and a few problems here and there in the beginning, then it's like, and then you get to this place, then you can get through fights during the relationship. Right. It's not just like picture perfect.
It was a bizarre start, but I mean, look, I had just gotten out of like a 10-month relationship. And I really needed, I mean, it sounds cliche, but I needed to like find myself again and be by myself. The thing is Paige and I's just chemistry started 3 years ago when we met. Mm-hmm. And neither of us had ever been single at the same time as the other. And, like there was only so much time we could spend apart. So eventually she visited in Charleston and then we started to see each other. But again, I was newly out of a relationship and she lived in New York. And so what was cool is we finally got to a point where you're like, I don't want to see anyone else. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even like, I don't want you to see anyone else. It's like, I have no desire to like see anyone else. Yeah. And I remember texting her that and she's like, I don't either, idiot. Like, because I think she was getting to a point where she was like, look, Craig, like you can live your life if you want, but like if we're not gonna commit to each other, then I'm just not gonna be in your life. And like you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing anything else, and I want to be with you. So.
How many pillows does she have?
Well, so they don't really fit her aesthetic yet.
Until you make a
she's
Paige
gonna do
collab.
Yes, and so she's gonna do that this fall, which I'm really excited about.
That'll be awesome.
Black and white pillows, and they'll be called like. Lipstick, heels.
Amazing.
We'll buy those.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll send you guys up the black and white Paige collection.
Yeah. Yes, because like we always see the brand, you see the store on the show and things like that, but you don't really hear every behind the scenes detail of how you started it all.
Right.
And it gives you a little bit more credit, I think, because people joke about they joke about you being a lawyer. They joke about the pillows. Like it's all legit. Yeah. It's legit.
I think the last time you came in here was like it might have been the start of the pillows or the start of the lawyer.
When did the store first open?
So the store was May 15th of last year.
Okay, yeah.
So I wasn't here. I was here probably so today is actually our 3-year anniversary for Sewing Down South.
Yeah.
Because we launched it on April 1st as like a joke and a middle finger to everyone because they're like, is he actually starting this finally? Yeah.
You just know the message.
I'm going to the message to say
what was the date of the message?
May 27th, 2019.
Oh, wow. It has been a while, girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What have we been doing?
I know. Well, there was a pandemic.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
And there's some people that we love having in person, and when like Zoom stuff would come up, we'd be like, oh, it's so much more fun in person. Yeah. And you were on that list of like, wait, cool. Craig is so fun. We'd much rather have him in person.
Well, now I'm here pretty much every week. So if you guys are ever bored, just be like, Craig, come by the studio. Yeah. Tell us stuff you're not supposed to tell us about these shows.
We love getting people in trouble on this show. What's your like schedule like with Paige? Obviously, do you guys go back and forth, or are you in New York all the time? You just said you're here every week now, but
Andy always loves those questions.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys were just on Watch Rabbits Live together,
and like that's all they ask us with like on Winter
Who's
House
moving,
and stuff.
who's going here, who's going.
And you're like, well, we're in a fortunate spot. We don't have to. Like, we've got airports real close to our house, and we can, it's an hour flight.
It's also very quick to move in together, and you want to be with that person all the time, but you also don't want to move in together just because
everyone else
it would be like convenient.
Look, I will say that we really, really enjoyed long distance for a long time, and Paige like is not quiet about that. She's like, look, we do 4 days on and 4 days off, and when we were together, I felt a lot more present because like we enjoyed that, cherish that time, and then I got to go to my apartment and watch my shows and do whatever the heck I want. But fortunately, Winter House was the longest we've ever spent together, and we actually came out of it being like, wait, I don't really want to do like the 4 days off part of this anymore because
we like to be together all the time.
We kind of like each other. So she's gonna come down for like May and June in Charleston. I mean, she's just got such a busy schedule now, which is great, but I'll like fly up for a night or two and we'll like watch 90 Day Fiance and order a bunch of weird food because New York to me is like hilarious. Like we ordered a crab boil last week, which is the most bizarre thing in the world. But like we just here, I guess you guys know it because you live here, but you can get whatever you want whenever you want it.
Literally until
So we
4 in the
watch like
morning.
90 Day Fiance, and then I fly back and do my stuff. But the schedule kind of works. But now, I mean, I am kind of here every week. So
Yeah. Well, that's nice. We're also always here, so
You guys want to hang
now
out?
I'm
with
starting
us?
to figure out like the boroughs and how to. I mean, I
Yeah.
should have someone with a camera follow me around the city because I get so lost here. I was lost in Chinatown the other day. I didn't even know I got there.
sometimes like get turned around when I'm like down in Tribeca, where I'm like, I should know where I am, and why do I not know?
The problem is I Uber everywhere.
Right.
So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I gotta like walk around. I know the city pretty well though.
Yeah.
I would say.
Have you been to Chinese Tuxedo?
No.
It's my like favorite restaurant in the city now. You should try it. It's
Where is
awesome. It's in Chinatown, which is why I was lost in Chinatown. But it's like it's an old.
Did you go alone?
No, I got there alone. I don't know how I ended up alone, but I was with Paige. So it's an old Chinese theater from like the 20s. And it's just like incredible
really good
food,
food.
and it's like a lazy Susan table,
love
so
that.
it's all share plates, and there's a tiki bar
Was it
downstairs, like a fancy tiki bar.
Chinese tuxedo.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I go
have
to dinner all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a big dinner person.
Maybe
and
Maybe
you love
the
when
four
you
of-
love the
Yeah.
you love the tables
Maybe
with the lazy
Paige and I will
Susan.
take you.
We would love
Yeah,
you
that.
and your
we'll do a
friends
double
to
date.
Chinese Tuxedo. Yes.
We'll do a double date.
Yes, with us.
Yeah, with just us.